Thank you. Thank you for having me. And this is the topic, navigating difficult relationship with advisor, advisee, and other colleagues. So in the next slide, you will see some of my research activities. So although I started my earlier degrees in writing in English language and literature, the last 10 years are heavily focused on a wide range of higher education topics, including global student mobility, college access and success, and doctoral student experience. I had an excellent opportunity to work with graduate students and early career professionals in several books and articles. Many of you might be familiar with the Journal of International Student, a peer-reviewed professional publication, which I started when I was a graduate student. Over the years, it is my professional network. I work with more than 1,000 scholars from all over the world. And for the last 7 years, I have been teaching doctoral courses and supervising dissertation in higher education. So my experiences and perspective on advising and building relationship might be different from other scholars from other discipline. In the next slide, the main issue is the issue. What is the issue and how would you like to describe? It's a complex process, in fact. For a doctoral student, advisor relationship is super important. Your chair or advisor of the dissertation plays a huge role helping you get through your doctoral journey as well as your building your professional career. Last year, nearly 55,000 students were awarded doctoral degrees. And remember, 14,000 of them were international students. And I know here in the panel, as well as the audience, we have some doctoral students. So as a doctoral student, you might have heard many things about your professors. They become challenging, demanding, asking you hard questions, making you nervous and cry, and what else? Remember, every single student is different. So is the dissertation process, the topic, or entire dissertation journey. Some of them encounter, a bumpy road, and a few of might, have a rewarding experience. But as a professor, I have noticed each student and their graduate research, preparation is unique and very different from another student. It all depends on the student's motivation, interest, career path, previous educational preparation, and short-term goals. Some students come to the doctoral program just for a diploma or a pay raise, and they find the entire doctoral journey painful, or it may be, they may not be able to finish the program. Some student could be exceptional who wanted to teach with the professor, wanted to attend conferences, present paper together, or wanted to write a manuscript of publication because they want to be professor or researcher or practitioner, and they want to make the graduate school very meaningful. They are persistent and they have a set of goal to stay in the graduate school for less than 3 or 4 years to finish the degrees. So in the next slide, let me ask you this. If you are a doctoral student, how much do you know about your advisor? Do you know their research interest or current publication, national or international conference presentation? Have we ever asked or worked together in a joint publication? So let me ask this: if you are currently supervising a thesis or dissertation, when was the last time you spoke with your advisee? Or when was the last time you read a draft, a proposal? How was the overall quality of improvement between the first draft and the second draft? Did the student take initiative or wait for a spoon feeding? In the next slide, here are the list of the most common issues that may rise between the advisor-advisee relationship. Among all, I would say communication style is the most important. If there is no better communication, either phone or email, you are less likely to travel up to the final destination. For many students, thesis and dissertation writing is their first major research project, and there are several steps and components to read and process while developing chapters. Students are less likely to spend enough time or explore the information, think through critically, write or rewrite paragraphs logically, and then seek professional advice from mentors or friends because the entire process is so boring, daunting, and sometimes tedious and meaningless. That's why you need a mentor. That's why you need to speak with them frequently. That's why you need a professional network of colleagues or friends who may help you to read or proofread your draft of dissertation or manuscript for publication. The quality and the frequency of your communication with your advisor will take you through a aha moment. In the next slide, you will see some of the tips that may be helpful in your doctoral journey. The first, is 90% of professors, believe it or not, are likely to serve on your dissertation or thesis committee as a chair if their topics is highly related to their current research projects or even their dissertation. They are likely to know the current literature or can connect you with the expert in the field if needed. Personally, I like to see my student doing some homework before asking me about my availability and interest to serve on the dissertation committees. Read at least 1 or 2 articles, talk to other graduate students, or attend 1 or 2 professional, professional conferences, presentation, or even attending proposal or dissertation defense, which are public events anyway. The next one is the frequency and the clarity that matters for the completion of your dissertation and also for building a professional career. All advisors may have a preferred mode of communication or certain expectation in each meeting. Personally, I like to speak with my advisee on the phone or video conference. I truly expect them to attend monthly meeting. I usually have at least 12 meetings year round. I really want them frequently update me on their progress, share the issues and challenges while developing each chapter rather than disappearing for a month after the first meeting. If you don't talk to me or email me, you are in loss. You are wasting your time and mine too. Unfortunately, many students procrastinate and rarely follow the timeline or the roadmap for the destinations. If you disappear for 2 years and come back with the 10 pages of materials and you expect me to read immediately, because you wanted to graduate next semester or this year, I suggest you better find another advisor. And the process of dissertation writing or even writing a manuscript for publication is some sort of falling in love. Is that and it is a long process, a technical process. So in the advisor relationship, there are different perspectives, experiences, strength, and interest from both parties, both from the professors as well as students. There is no perfect match. However, the component or the element of writing dissertation or writing for publication are universal. I would say at least 80% of professors would know better than the students since they have gone through this process or they have been researching and publishing frequently. Follow the process. If you are a new or emerging scholar, ask your advisor frequently, other potential committee members who may serve on your committee and build a better team. Make your life easy and theirs. After all, the most important part of the dissertation is, the dissertation is your project. You should take ownership. You are the one to read all the articles, available materials, write and rewrite the draft, share in the timely fashion with your professors, remind them about your timeline and graduation, and participate in the joint presentation and writing for publication. Instead of asking me what I want, you should be the driver of the bus and you should know your stops in the final destination. Remember, graduate school is one of the best stages of your life. It is the golden stage to cherish forever, with the peers and classmates, professor and staff, and they are the one who tell you which conference to go, which professor to work with, and which scholarship to apply for, and when to graduate. Today, I would not be where I am. Today, I would not have produced nearly 16 articles or chapters, presented at least 75 conferences, or built a strong network of 15,000 scholars from all over the globe if I had not hung up with my professors in the graduate school. Today, the journal would not have ranked number 10 in my field if I had not worked hard enough with the expert in the field. You've got to build a strong professional network and the resources that help support your dissertation as well as professional career. Remember, you are the leader and take the lead. Remember, you choose to pursue a doctoral degree. You are in the doctoral program, so you are on the mission. Remember, every day is a day to sign, so sign on, and thank you.